Okay, this week we're talking about air transportation. There's a video on the website that covers the basics, which I've already done. What we're going to talk about today specifically is the advent of last mile or Amazon, Walmart.com, how that's changed, and it's changed air freight because a lot of these packages now are moving via air freight. Great example, I'm going up to Las Vegas to play a golf tournament next week, and I was going to ship my golf clubs. And the problem was FedEx said that I had to deliver my golf clubs yesterday, Saturday, by the end of the day in order to get them to Las Vegas by Wednesday. Otherwise, I would have to pay the overnight fee to ship my golf clubs. Well, there's a lot of intervals between 5-day service and one night overnight service, right? And that's where you need to look at other providers other than just FedEx and UPS that have pretty restrictive network requirements. One of the things that Amazon has done and Walmart.com has done is these small packages now can be moved more efficiently than they were in the past. The other key point I want to make, this particular week, Trans-Pacific Conference in Long Beach on ocean shipping is the biggest ocean shipping conference of the year. And they're going to be talking about the majority of how freight moves. With airplanes, keep in mind now, you can't move large shipments easily, and if you have large shipments, you've got to spread them over multiple flights. Now, the good news is, having worked in both the ocean carriage business and in the air carriage business, it's a lot more dynamic to the air carriage business. Another story is my old boss at the airline went to work for a steamship company that I had worked for previously, and I was having lunch with him one day after he recently joined that organization, and he was frustrated over the fact that how long it took to make decisions. Well, in the shipping business, the ocean shipping business, we would spend months laying out plans on how we would route ships. In the air freight business, that happens daily. I mean, within 24 hours you make those decisions. It's just the pace is much faster. And the airplanes are in the air. Another thing I learned in the air freight business, if the airplane's on the ground, you're not making money. It only makes money in the air. And keeping them full, keeping them balanced with cargo both directions really makes it hyper efficient. It's a great place to work, by the way. I want to comment on this issue. I got an email the other day from a student who was asking me about how do you transition in the logistics business. Well, let me just separate these two issues out. How do you transition in any organization, and then specifically in the logistics business? The first thing you look at an organization is, are they encouraging you to advance? Are they encouraging you to go to school? Are they encouraging you to develop new skills? Are they supporting that? Usually that's a more advantageous organization. They're going to help you move forward. Organizations that don't do that, I have some suspicions about whether or not they're ever going to let you move forward. And you have to make that determination. You have to put yourself in the right environment, in an environment that does encourage you to grow. The second thing in the logistics business, one of the best things about logistics is you can't outsource those jobs. You can the customer service part of it. You can move that pretty much anywhere. We've done a couple projects on that. But the actual physical movement of the product, you can't outsource. You have to physically be there to do it. And so as you learn these operating skills on how to load airplanes, or how to load a truck, or how to drive a truck, or how to get in and out of the marine terminals and move freight, those are hugely valuable skills that are hard to outsource. Okay, so anyhow, back to air freight. Watch the video that we already have on the website, and we'll see you next week.